It's time! It's time! It's JFW time!
Hi guys, it's that time to get step the ring with the greatest faction in podcast history. Just Freaking Wrestling, the JFW Podcast, hosted by Travis D.
And I am Nubby, the amazing turtle.
Hi Nubs, I'm gonna give you the choice again here, but when do you want to talk about the L.I.M?
I mean, we could start out hot.
Well, we want to start out hot, then we need to talk about something other than the L.I.M.
Oh, I get it. I get what you went.
Yeah, that's not really going to be the, an exciting opening to a show. You know, silence is more of an exciting open to a show rather than talking about L.I.M. But no, I definitely got to talk about L.I.M. because they scared me. They said they're gonna, make some videos to respond to what I said, and they brought out their best. They brought out the fucking JJ and fucking Giggle Monster, and stupid, just stupid, man. And I feel bad for them. I do, because I sit here and I think to myself, and I went back and I listened to the last few episodes we did. I went back to listen to the one about how I talked about how, as fans, they're awesome, which rolled into the next week. And I talked about how, they need to stay in their lane. And then we rolled into the following week where I called them all idiots. And I don't take back a word I said, because as I got to know them and learn more about them, they're just all dumb. and I get told that, they're gonna have some responses to me. And I was preparing for it. I was preparing to, let it hit me where it hurts, right in the feels. I was getting ready to, be intimidated and, be worried that maybe what I'm saying against this large group of fucking people that, maybe I would, second guess that. There was something that was said in the Power Hour last week, and I don't want to dive too much into the Power Hour, because a lot of it was, Breon giving his reason for what he did. The one thing that came across to me as interesting was saying that when I tell people who don't listen to my show to fuck themselves, it's bullying, that I'm being a bully about it, which, awesome. I mean, for a guy to refer to me as being a bully for telling people to fuck themselves, which 2 weeks prior he kicked somebody in the genitals, yeah, sure, valid. I was also questioned, my manhood was questioned, because I didn't tell a certain individual to fuck themselves. They didn't listen to the show. But here's the thing. I could have sat there and, told her that, you don't listen to the show. And I could have gone through the whole big spiel. And I could have said it. But, I tried the best to be a gentleman in that sense. And it doesn't matter. And it's been shown. Steve has proven to me that it doesn't matter if I'm being an asshole or if I'm being a gentleman. Either way, somehow I'm the bad guy. I tell somebody to fuck themselves and I'm a jerk. I don't tell them to fuck myself and I have no testicles. I think it's amazing how he had to poke fun at the fact that I didn't tell his partner at commentary, where to go or what to do or whatever it is. you think that he would not want me to say that, but it seems like he was egging me on to say it. And I won't. I could do it right now, but I'm not going to, because now it's just funny not to say it about her. I'll say it to everyone else now. But Shelly gets a pass, and I'll be okay with that. But as far as me being a bully about telling people to go fuck themselves, I don't think it's being a bully. I think it's just me having a little bit of fun at the expense of others, encouraging people to go listen to the show, because as soon as I tell people that, it seems that they start listening to the show. So I think I'm doing something right here.
It's true.
Right? So I mean, I don't think I'm being a bad guy for doing it. I think it's just, me having some fun. But nothing against Rian for calling me a bully. Go ahead.
I'll say this. We could say all day, debate about it forever, whether or not you were a bully or you had no testicles for saying it to Shelly.
Yeah.
I'll take that. I'll back off of something. I'll take that over kicking another man in the nuts.
Absolutely, 100%. I could probably say that in my entire 33 years of life, I've never once kicked one person in the genitals, even as a child. Never once. Wouldn't do it. And I want to take a page out of Rian's book here. Let's shoot for a minute, Nubby. How many people have I told to fuck themselves over the course of, let's say, the last maybe month and a half? Gotta be a good handful, maybe a couple handfuls of people.
Right.
Do I mean it? Am I saying it? Okay, perfect example. You brought someone up to me.
I did.
And asked them in front of me if they listened to the show, and they said no. Would you do that if I honestly meant for people to go fuck themselves for not listening to my podcast?
No, I'd still do it. And I don't care who I bring up.
Right, because it's entertaining. How many people have laughed after I told them to fuck themselves? It's an entertaining thing. And if I could find a way to make it a little more entertaining by picking one person out of everybody not to say it about, come on.
Here's the way I see it. If it was that bad, don't you think the father of the daughter you said it to would have punched you in the face? Right
100%.
Then and there? Knowing 100%. Who this person is?
Right. Let's say they know who I am. They know I'm entertaining and I do things for fun. I do things for content. Like when you made your stupid video with your idiot friends, you did it for content. Even though you chose to hang out with idiot people doing stupid things. But regardless if I have genitals or I don't have genitals, if you don't listen to my show, fuck yourselves. Except for Shelly, she gets a pass. L.I.M, they cut some promos. I pray to God for the lovely intoxicated men that what they offered this weekend as far as a promo against me, I pray to God that wasn't the best they had to offer. Especially the fact that they brought out a kid who, he even said he had no idea who I was until this past Tuesday. Kudos. Ditto, bro, because they had a guy. The first promo they send out is a dude I didn't even know existed. I'd ask you who he was. He's telling me that I'm upsetting him because I said the Rocket Boys are better. That's the thing. That was the constant. That was the denominator in all of their promos. Is that they're so upset about I'm saying the Rocket Boys are better. Not the fact I called them all idiots. Not the fact that I said Pac-Man's mom probably drank it while he was in the womb. Or telling that dopey kid that God gave up on him. Or the fact that I called the Oos somebody who is irrelevant. Or called that one kid's baby stupid. None of that mattered. But the fact that I said that the Rocket Boys were better than them blows my mind. So at least I know where their mindset's at. At least they can admit that everything I've said about them is true because they accepted that as fact. Because they didn't challenge anything I said. They didn't challenge the fact that they're all idiots or stupid or dumb looking or rejects from the Big Bang Theory or somebody who may be suffering from an alcoholic mother while they're pregnant with them, or somebody who is just a scab on the world that God has not find relevance for, somebody who calls himself the giggle fucking monster. None of that shit is relevant. But the fact that I said a group of adolescent, immature children is better than this group of many. The number's too big to even give me a number. So big. NWO style. You said that in a podcast. They're like the NWO. They're not all there all the time, but they do have some come once in a while. And kudos to them. But this vast group of people, 3 promos, 4 minutes total of listening to people talk to me about how I need to watch my back, blows my fucking mind now, because I was prepared. I was prepared to get bombarded with video after video after video. Nothing. I spent more time bad-mouthing them in one episode than the collective intelligence of this entire group coming together to say something of substance to me, to tell me off on how I am as a person. And they couldn't even do that well. They couldn't find a way to defend themselves to a point that could have been entertaining. They failed. And it's embarrassing. And I feel bad about it. Because it's like I took a candy bar away from a child and they just sat there and cried instead of going to an adult, fighting back. Hell, punch me in the genitals and get your candy bar back. No, they just sat there and cried on the fucking sidewalk with their broken pieces of fucking chalk and their stupid doodles that you can't tell if it's a fucking ostrich or a fucking cloud. Stupid. So, to the L.I.M, to the lovely, intoxicated men, as I was told by that door-to-door fucking Bible thumper lookalike, tell me that the L.I.M do a few things great. That they're lovely, that they're intoxicated, and they're men. One thing is correct, and I will go with intoxicated. Because by the video that you were in, the idiocy that is there had to be done because of booze. I don't find them lovely. They're barely fucking men. But hey, if they want to create a group, come together, go to shows, hold up fucking signs that are made by what I can only believe is a right-handed child writing with their left fucking hand, trying to figure out how to spell, I don't know, the word fucking Travis right. Good for them. But I'm going to say to them, like I said before, I said it about Steve last week. Stay in your fucking lane. Because it's embarrassing to watch you try and fail day after day. Horrible. Hold on. And the Rocket Boys are better than L.I.M. I would rather see the Rocket Boys now. Because the Rocket Boys, no matter how dumb they are, they're not dumb enough to put out stupid videos of irrelevant content. Rocket Boys, better than L.I.M. Half-eaten nachos in garbage cans, better than L.I.M. You're going to say something.
I don't know what to say about that.
You know what you are? You're the L.I.M. now because you have no idea what to fucking say. You can spew out a video for a minute and a half saying, Travesty, you have dropped a nuclear bomb on the L.I.M. with your horrible fucking stupid. And then you get the giggle monster sitting in his fucking car, comprehending how to say the word pissed, but in an aggressive way. Because the pause between we are and pissed was just way too fucking long. I don't know if that's maybe from huffing paint as a fucking child, or maybe he fucking, asphyxiates himself for pleasure a little bit too much and the brain cells in his head is fucking dying. But if you want to do something, Oos, if you want to cut a great promo, I'm going to help you out here. This is amazing. I'm going to lend out advice to people at L.I.M. Oosie, Giggle Monster, whatever you want to refer to yourself as now. If you want to cut a promo, be better at it. Even good is better than what you produced. Because you just sat in your car. From what I assume was sitting outside the window of some girl that never gave you the time of day in fucking high school, and you had to fit my fucking promo into your schedule of weirdness. You just sat there all fucking like low tone and angry like you're gonna fucking do something? Come on, bro. There's only one intimidating person in that entire fucking group, and it's the toddler in the fucking diaper. That's the child of the one guy I still have not heard from. And he's smart enough not to even fucking try. The rest of them, better off just let it go. Because as much as I love telling you guys who you really are, behind the illusion of who you think you really are, there's other things in the wrestling business I love to discuss, and to take time away from my life in this show and outside of it to address the stupidity that you put out into the world, it's exhausting. Right? Apparently I had a little more to say other than that one part.
Hey, sometimes once you start, you can't stop.
Oh, that's true. I continue for quite a while. And you know why I do that, Nubby? Because this is my show. I can do shit like that. Unlike what you said in your live streams at ARW, that was your show.
Well, in a way, it was my.
It was your video. It was your video.
I think that was the better. I think that might have been the better choice of words. Mm-hmm. You know, kind of like last week when I said Rion was a B word.
Yeah.
I probably should take that back.
You said it out of a bad place. I mean, obviously what Rion did was heartbreaking to a lot of people, and you felt the effects of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did. I think kicking someone in the nuts for no reason's a bitch move, but it doesn't make you a bitch.
No,
so
no.
I'm gonna take that back. Cause, yeah, I think that's inappropriate. But still, a bitch move.
Tate, you're big enough of a man to admit that. And that's a good thing. You know, we obviously want to correct the mistakes we say here. And that's good for you. And you know what, Nubby, deep down, I don't care if you refer to this as your show. You're entitled to. You're a co-host. This is your show. 100%. I had no problem with that. I applaud and admire you for doing the live videos from ARW, and I do appreciate that. That was awesome of you. You know, even though you got kicked in, you got smacked in the genitals.
Twice.
Yeah. But you know what?
I should have known better. You've gone wild. It's what they do.
Hey, it's what happens when you're a journalist, man. You know, sometimes you just put yourself in that situation. But no, good content, good video content. A lot better than what those idiots fucking put out over the weekend. Oh, jeez. The wasted life I had to watch that fucking video. And out of the kindness of my heart, I shared it because I figured, hey, they should have at least more than fucking 3 viewers on these fucking videos. So.
And they listen to the show, so it kind of helps.
Yeah, except for the fucking Jesus-looking one who could fuck himself.
Now, speaking of videos, did you happen to catch the video I posted last Thursday of my match?
No, I didn't catch that one yet.
Oh.
Which one? Which match was that?
That was me versus Jason Hades.
Oh, yeah. No, I haven't had a chance to catch it, though. But they are available on their page.
Yeah.
Doing Thursdays, right? Thursday, dropping those videos on Thursday.
I'm hoping to drop them. They are going to mostly be Battle Royals right now because at the time, that's all I was in. But that was because I was a Battle Royal champion. And yes, it's probably going to be from one company at that point. Because again, at that point, that was the only company let me to wrestle. But I ask, again, whether you, if you have some heat with either the owner or the company itself, keep it to yourselves. Please don't make stupid comments.
Why? Is somebody commenting on them inappropriately?
Well, one person did say something, but obviously they admit that they didn't read the original post. Mm-hmm. So when I called them out on it, they apologized and deleted it.
They deleted it when they read it.
It's not something that needs to be out there because I don't need the drama. So it's all good. But yeah, the match with me and Jason Hades, it was for a championship.
Yeah.
I was hoping you'd watch it so I can explain what actually happened later on that night, but maybe I can save that for next week after you watch the video.
Oh, you posted the, okay. Okay. So on last week's episode, you heard Travis C say Shelley's actions were uncalled for. Look at that. You snuck one of your shows in there, too. Your matches in there. Nice.
Well, I was hoping to save that for another time, but because of what we talked about last week, that actually happened after the match, and it was all in one video, so I figured I'd just share the video, too, and explain, see why I got screwed and see why Travis T was wrong.
Oh, I wasn't wrong, though.
Yeah, you were wrong.
Nope.
It was justified, and Roxy started it.
No. Can we talk about how awesome Shalonce? How do you spell Shalonce?
Shalonce Royal.
Shalonce Royal.
Yeah. Royal.
How awesome was that interview?
Dude, that interview was probably one of the best interviews ever.
Right.
And she's like so down to earth. Probably one of the nicest people I met too. And that voice. Holy shit.
Right. Oh, it's opera-like, man. It's beautifully haunting. She's one of those talents that I've been thinking about possibly, bringing over to Southland. And when I saw that Steve was interviewing her, I'm like, oh, that's perfect. That's absolutely wonderful. Yeah. And then when I listened to the interview, I was like, this is an amazing fucking talent. Like 100% in the ring and out. So, guys, make sure you do check out the Power Hour because you can see amazing interviews like that. You said it was announced, right? Do you want to announce what's happening this week on the Power Hour?
Oh, that's sure.
Posted, right? Yeah.
Well, I don't think he posted about it, but it was actually, he confirmed it with me, but I'll just say it. I'm sure he'll post it tomorrow morning. This week on Power Hour, special guests are AZZ, the Alpha Zeta Zeta tag team from Chicago Style Wrestling. C-Red and Cactus Rack will not be on this week.
Yeah. And
Rion Skills, we don't know if he'll show up or not. He supposedly, quote unquote, quit, but we don't know. But, I've stepped up and I'm going to co-host with Steve on the Power Hour this week.
That's really awesome, man. I thought about it. I thought about maybe getting host Steve saying, hey man, I'll be your fucking hero. But, I got some work stuff that I just won't be able to commit to that time frame for him. I did say, man, you'd be a good co-host. Oh, you probably should have been the co-host of the Power Hour years ago.
We only said that how many times?
Right.
But that's why I'm on JFW now.
That's why you're on JFW. Right? You made a valid choice, a good choice.
So in a way, it's kind of like the forbidden door.
There you go. Well, I'm excited. I'm excited to see that. Yeah, because you and Steve will be co-hosting the Power Hour together. So that's really awesome. So.
Yeah, I can't wait, and I can't wait to give shit to AZZ.
All right, let's talk about some independent wrestling that occurred over the weekend and some upcoming stuff. Before we dive into anything, though, I gotta remind you guys that this episode of Just Freakin' Wrestling is brought to you by CarterComics.com, your one-stop shop for all your comic needs, whether it's graded or raw. CarterComics.com has got it all. Check out CarterComics.com, fill up your cart with all their amazing comics, whether it be graded or raw or whatever you're looking for. Fill up the cart, use a discount code FREAKNET, FREAKNET. You'll save 10% on your entire order. Not just at their website, but if you go to the homepage at CarterComics.com, scroll to the bottom, you'll find 4 links to 4 different eBay accounts. If you purchase anything through there, you can save money that way as well. Again, it's CarterComics.com, discount code FREAKNET, FREAKNET. Save today.
Hell yeah. All right. Let's get into Dreamwave. We're going to get into Dreamwave right now. They had a show this past weekend. A lot went on. They had a lot of special guests. Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Tommy Dreamer actually showed up, and we're about to get into that part. Raven, who was supposed to be there back in December, but could not make it due to an illness. But, shit happens. So, but yeah, let's get into it. Where should I start? We'll start at the beginning. Why the hell not? Axel Rico defeated, in a pre-show match, Aaron Xavier, Bucky Collins, and Anestra, Victor Anestra, that is. After the match, Bucky Collins and Anestra decided to attack Axel Rico. Of course, they're mad that Axel Rico won. And again, Eric Xavier's losing at Dreamwave lately. He had 2 matches with Marche since they started back up, and they were together 2 minutes long, if that. And now he just lost this match with Axel Rico involved. So it will be Axel Rico versus Jay Fowler, as announced. Jay Fowler would be wrestling the winner of the pre-show Fatal 4-Way. Alright. Where am I at? Okay. First match of the show, actual show, the Dope Kings, Brew Baker and CJ Esparza, they defeated the 4-Star Heroes, which is Chris Castro and Matt Nix. Nice back and forth tag team match, but the winners ended up being the Dope Kings, Brew Baker and Esparza. After the match, the 4-Star Heroes were really upset. They started stuff with the fans a bit, and they didn't seem too happy about losing again. And then after that, the Dope Kings realized there's tag team titles that need to be had. So the Dope Kings have said that they want those tag titles. All right, into the segment that, let's see, Raven came out, addressed the crowd a little bit. It was then a special guest, on top of all the guests, Tommy Dreamer showed up unannounced. He was not announced, he was not advertised, nobody knew he was around. Tommy Dreamer came out and he basically challenged Raven to a match. Raven said that he didn't have his gear with him, otherwise he would have went one-on-one. And then Shane Douglas comes out. Gets the ECW chance because, these are ECW legends. And Shane Douglas challenged Tommy Dreamer and Raven to a good old-fashioned 3-way dance. However, that match did not take place. I mean, for obvious reasons. Why would they want to get in the ring with each other at that age and everything? They don't need to be killing each other with chairs and stuff. Jay Fowler with his manager, Zeke guy. Just call him the Zeke guy. Fowler and Zeke came out, got in the faces of Raven, Tommy Dreamer, and Shane Douglas, and basically got his ass beat.
Well, yeah, you don't step in the ring with fucking ECW legends like that. I don't care who the fuck you are.
No, you just don't. After that, the legends left. And it was the ring announcer came in the ring, and basically Jay Fowler's match just starts. Axel Rico, who won the battle, not the battle royal,
Fatal 4-Way.
Fatal 4-Way, was ready to wrestle then, and so they had their match. Axel Rico was feeling beat up from the beatdown he got after the Fatal 4-Way. His shoulder was hurting him, so Jay Fowler took advantage of that, and Rico came close, but Fowler just took a little bit better with, strength, and he didn't get as beat up. I mean, yeah, the legends beat him up, but Axel Rico got beat up as well, and Fowler, plus Zeke was up there, caused a distraction, and Fowler took advantage.
Well, Rico has definitely proven himself to be a tough competitor in the ring. Obviously, current CSW champion, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, having two matches, especially a Fatal 4-Way, rolling into, having another match, I mean, it's still tough. I mean, to pick up a victory would be amazing, but, you can't win them all. And kudos for you for having Battle Royals on the mind.
It's what I do. I am Battle Royal Jones. I am not ashamed of it. Let me
tell you.
Wrong
with that. You got a niche. No wrong with that.
Battle Royals, as easy as people think they are, they're actually pretty tough to deal with, because you got all of these guys and girls beating your ass at the same time.
Yeah,
it's one versus the world.
God, do you remember that one show we did with L.I.M when they had the students battle royal?
Yes.
And I think it was Sal and
Brandon, Paulie, whatever his name is.
They're all in the mask in the battle royal, right?
They were the Liger brothers.
Yeah. And it was like the winner teamed up with like Jay and Acid to take down the main event.
It was the winner teaming up with Acid and Sin.
Oh, okay.
Against Jensen, Brandon, and Sal Tomaselli.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Because at this point, Jay already had turned on Maverick.
Okay. Yeah, Martin Jones won that battle royal.
Yes, he did, and he was in that 6-man, and they won.
Yeah, you were in that battle royal.
I was in that battle royal. Me and my brother Chad, Norris Jones. We're actually teaming up for the most part. Mm-hmm. We actually paid homage to the Bushwhackers, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it was, it sucked I couldn't be in that. I wish I could have.
Yeah. That show was actually supposed to be an all-student show.
Yeah.
But there was some drama, and it led to being a regular Elite Pro show, just different.
Yeah, different area, too. I was in, like, some kind of, like, boxing gym or something like that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
and let me talk about that for a second.
Sure.
That fucking ring. Let me just tell you, that boxing ring.
That ring sucks.
Look. Let me tell you fucking young kids that don't like putting wrestling rings together and taking them apart and loading them. I'll do that all day, every day, compared to that fucking boxing ring.
That was horrible. It was so horrible.
It was like little piece by piece by piece. That was the worst.
Well, like, because in order to take it apart, you had to actually take nuts and bolts off the fucking thing. It's not like the rings where you just put the fucking shit into the slots and everything. Right. No, this thing was like nuts and bolts wrenched down and everything. Oh god, and it was so fucking hard. There was no give to that ring whatsoever.
Take it apart and put it back together.
Yeah. Yeah, so and it was a cool battle royal. I got the videotape the battle royal, so I mean at least I got part of it.
Yeah. Again, Jay Fowler defeated Axel Rico. So the next match, Mike Bennett defeated Nick Aldis. Hammerstone defeated Lindsay Dorado. Hammerstone accidentally pulled off Lindsay Dorado's mask, and because of that, Lindsay Dorado got a little bit distracted, and he could not continue the match, so he ended up just getting pinned. Because there is a thing where in Mexico, the person that takes off the mask is disqualified. But since it's in America, that does not happen, but they still have this thing where you gotta have the masks on. So, he had to hide himself quickly and then ended up costing him the match. Alright, and then let's see, where did I go from there? Oh yeah. Okay. So it was 12 gauge, or actually, hold on, let me backtrack. Those damn Coyotes, Deshane, Verna, and Connor Hopkins, were in a 6-man tag against Hunter Holcraft, 12 gauge, and a mystery partner. Now, before their mystery partner came out, 12 gauge and Hunter Holcraft got attacked by those damn Coyotes right before the match started. No, the bell didn't even ring yet. And then their partner came out. Finally. And it was none other than Little Guido.
Is it Nunzio?
Nunzio.
Fucking Nunzio, man.
Hell yeah. He, again, another one, just like Tommy Dreamer, he was not advertised, not announced or anything. He just came out and he was in gear. Now, how many legends do you see in gear anymore?
Yeah. Yeah, it's almost like an ECW reunion at that point, man. And that's pretty cool. And I think, Dreamwave is kind of smart about that because they're showing people that it's kind of like what WWE does with their house shows when they have a title change at a house show and stuff like that. Like they're letting you know that, hey, never anticipate just what's offered because more things can occur. So that's pretty fucking cool.
Mm-hmm. Lil Guido, 12 gauge, and Hunter Holcraft ended up getting the win, despite getting attacked early in the match before Lil Guido came out. And you know what? Saved the day. Yeah. And they won. Let me backtrack a little bit. Mike Bennett defeating Nick Aldis, after the match, Mike Bennett paid tribute to Jay Briscoe and told him how much he loved him and everything, so that was good. And then Bennett and Aldis had a little hug at the end at the end of the match for the respect of Jay Briscoe. Let's see. Hartenbauer defeated Manders. Manders attacked Hartenbauer after the match, and they ended up brawling all the way to the back. So I don't think it's over between them two. Gringo Loco retained the alternative title. It was a nice high-flying lucha match. Let's see. So I got everything's all crazy on my notes here. But I'm not far away. Hacksaw Jim Duggan came out during the show and addressed the crowd a little bit. So there was definitely a lot of USAs and hoes. Hoes in the USA. Come on. All right. Dan the Dad defeated Eric Cannon.
Fucking props to Daddy, man.
Hell yeah. All right. And then in the main event, Big Capri versus Christian Rose. We have a new Dreamwave champion. And his name is Christian Rose.
Is that a damn coyote?
That's a damn coyote. And
That's a
speaking
damn
of
coyote.
that, speaking of the damn coyotes, the coyotes were all out there with Christian. Shelly, Zeke, and Jay Fowler were out there with Vic Capri. Now, the coyotes tried to get involved early in the match. Referee tossed them out. Then,
Early.
with the referee's back turned, Christian Rose pulled an Eddie Guerrero, clapped his hand and made it look like he got smacked by Jay Fowler or Zeke, whoever was out there. And the referee threw out Jay Fowler and Zeke, but let Shelly stay. I guess the referee thought she wasn't going to do anything. He doesn't know Shelly that well, I guess. Before the Coyotes, or as they were leaving, Berna kind of exposed the turnbuckle. He took off the turnbuckle pad. But the referee didn't really notice. And I mean, how do you not notice it towards the end? But whatever. Referees are stupid. I would know. And then during the match, Rose took off the secondary pad off of that turnbuckle. So they got a pad on top of a pad. And Rose ended up using it and almost won then, but Vic Capri got out of it. The Coyotes and along with Jay Fowler and Zeke came back out. They were 1 by 1, and each one from each team knocked each other out. It was then Shelly who got the last laugh, in a way, as she took out this Jane, and then actually DDT'd Christian Rose with the referee out of the ring. Before all the shenanigans, the referee got kicked in the face by Christian Rose.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, Shelly, then it allowed Vic Capri to do his move on to Christian Rose, and Shelly threw the referee in, but Christian Rose kicked out. And then Christian Rose won the match. So now he's the new Dreamwave champion.
Awesome. Good for him. Soon he may add a Rocket Pro championship to his resume.
You never know.
It's true. Anything can happen at RPW. Damian Saint makes that a thing.
Yeah. After the match, though, Fowler and Zeke walked out on Capri. So there's some drama. Some major drama there. Okay, there we go. All right. That was Dreamwave.
Awesome. Did they say when their next show is going to be?
April 22nd.
That's right. They're an every other month company, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right. Are we ready for ARW?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're good. Yeah.
All right. You saw some of the videos I posted up, so you kind of know. All right. The show started out with Braun the Lumberjack.
Can we call it TTV? Like Turtle TV? TTV? Turtle Indie Television? Tit V?
Hey, there we go. I like that.
Right, tit. Just so much tit. Turtle Indie Television. There we go.
My favorite part.
Right. It's an inception. Right. It's tit within tit. Perfect.
Tits within the tits.
Yeah, we're talking about Turtle Indie Television while we're doing Turtle Indie Talk.
That's interesting.
There we go. The world we live in.
All right, market those shirts. Let's go. All right. So it started out with Braun the Lumberjack. He was ring announcing. Can you imagine that? Braun the Lumberjack, a ring announcer?
God, I didn't know that dude could focus long enough to fucking be a ring announcer.
I know. Yeah. So he did that. And then, Nick Cutler came out. He's the ARW champion. He called out Seymour Dave.
Seymour.
Yeah. Want to find out why he did what he did to the mini She-Hulk, and Dave wasn't really, I guess, giving a shit. And he walks out with spaghetti in his hand. Well, I'm calling it spaghetti. Good for him. Then James Creed comes out. Interrupt and probably stir the pot, as I said on that picture that I posted on Facebook.
Yeah, what did he do?
So he came out and he made a challenge, but it wasn't to Nick Cutler for the heavyweight title, what you thought would happen. No,
Yeah.
He challenged C-Moss Dave because he blames him as, well, he was part of the reason why that Creed was on the shelf with that knee injury.
Okay.
So it wasn't just JPH, it was actually C-Moss Dave who caused some more shit.
Yeah. Which, I mean, technically, Creed does have a guaranteed title opportunity in the future because of the World that Rumble win. So,
yeah.
So that was a challenge for that night?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, awesome.
And then Nick Cutler asked James Creed, why not him? Because you would think he'd be challenging him, as I said.
Oh, yeah.
And, well, Creed let Cutler know that he was going to, but Cutler already had an opponent.
Ooh.
Cutler did not know. His opponent came out to tell him that who he was wrestling.
It wasn't.
It was Russ Jones.
No shit.
It was Russ Jones.
Right.
So they ended up wrestling in the main event.
Was that for the championship?
Yes. And it's so in your debut, you get a title shot.
Oh, good for him, man. God, that's awesome.
Oh wait, I did that too. I guess that's a different situation though. But so yeah, there we go. All right, let's get into the actual matches now.
Well, wasn't there a special commentator?
I knew that. I was testing you.
Yeah, that's right. You're making sure I watch the videos.
Yes. So yes, there was a special commentator.
What?
It was Mad Dog Ivan Manson.
Right? Upright, not in a wheelchair, on crutches or nothing.
Oh, he's walking better than he did.
Yeah. So that had to be exciting to see.
Oh yeah. It was definitely exciting for sure. I listened to a little bit of his commentary when they posted the videos. It's not that bad.
I would hope not. Dude's been in the business long enough to know how to commentate a match.
Hey, there's some out there that are probably the drizzling shits, I'll tell you that.
That's true. I've seen it. I've worked with it.
Moving right along.
Oh, yeah.
So we can avoid some backlash on that one.
That's true.
All right. Dave Allen defeated Wade Evans. During the entrance of Dave Allen, Wade Evans cheap shot him from behind with a wrench. Fucking wrenched him.
That's... Oh, God. We're having to be unfair in matches, you know? Do you know if people were fair in every match, you'd be champion like 3 times over?
Yeah.
It's conspiracy, Nubby.
And I don't like it.
Not many people do.
And besides, Wade Evans doesn't listen to our show.
Oh, God. Fuck yourself.
Because he doesn't have time.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. He's a workhorse, isn't he?
Yes.
Jag off.
Speaking of the workhorses, the other 2 jackasses, workhorses, my bad. They defeated family prospect Muggsy James and Michael Morris.
No, not Muggsy.
Yeah. There was a lot of shenanigans.
That's an advancement in the tag team tournament, correct?
No.
No, it wasn't? Oh, okay.
No, because those workhorses are out.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I bet they would have won if they listened to the show.
Probably. After the match, Snake, Manson, and Charlie were not happy. And Snake got in Muggsy's face, and Muggsy said something to him. But if you want to know what he said, watch my interview with him from Saturday, and he'll tell you.
Okay. He did. Yeah, it's available on JFW's Facebook page.
It is. All right. Here's a good one. It seems like there's a lot of family stuff going on in the ARW lately because BOW defeated Excalibur to retain the Indiana State Championship. Now, the stipulation was if Excalibur lost, he would be leaving ARW. So, as Excalibur was taking off his boots and about to leave him in the ring, Charlie Jr. and Snake Manson came out and reminded him that he was once a member of the family.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I believe the name was X Manson. Here is the icing on the cake. You know how the other members got prospect shirts?
Yeah.
Charlie and Snake offered Excalibur a real family shirt.
Oh, that's kind of a slap in the face there, ain't it?
Well, I guess because he was a member at one point. But disappeared. He disappeared on them. And Charlie said that he just let him go do what he had to do. So now, Braun the Lumberjack actually brought up a good point. Excalibur is gone from ARW, but not X Manson.
Oh, there we go.
But is he going to go back to the family? It was not made official.
I mean, if you have an opportunity to be part of the Manson family, you fucking take it.
Hell yeah.
He's gotta fucking take it.
Who wouldn't want to be part of the family?
Fucking, probably L.I.M. because they're idiots.
I mean, I don't think they know the family. I think they need to get to an ARW show to find out.
Yeah, they should broaden their horizons. Workhorses couldn't make it in the Manson family.
No. I mean, they could probably be their janitors.
Yeah. That's right, they could. They probably fuck it up, though, but yeah, they probably could.
Yeah, they wouldn't last a day. But they at least get one day out of it.
Yeah.
Because at least, I mean, these days you get one full day, and then you can get fired. That's just the way it is today.
Yeah.
No matter how many times you fuck up.
Yeah, none of this 90-day bullshit.
Yeah. Not in the family, that's for sure.
No.
So, I guess we'll find out in the future what's going to happen. James Creed took on Seamoth Dave and defeated him, but it was by DQ.
Color interfere?
No, actually, Seamoth Dave was being an asshole with his spaghetti, and Flat Top had enough of it, so he disqualified him.
What was he doing with the spaghetti?
Just trying to use it as an object.
I mean, referee's decision's final, I guess, but come on now.
He was just being, he was being stupid throughout the whole match, trying to, think he can just do what he wants in the match, and Flat Top had enough of him.
So he was being a lovely, intoxicated man.
There's nothing lovely about Seamoth Dave.
There's nothing lovely about the lovely, intoxicated man. I mean, it sounds like we're saying the same thing. Stupid person doing stupid things. I mean, come on now.
I don't think that L.I.M would walk around with spaghetti in their hand.
I beg to differ. They seem like the kind of person that would go and ask for fucking spaghetti and meatballs and just hold their hands out instead of reaching for a fucking plate.
No, because they'd probably be drinking.
No, they wouldn't.
If they were to choose spaghetti and drinking, they'd choose drinking.
Trust me, if I lived the life they live, I'd drink too. Because I would not want to remember one fucking aspect of my life.
So, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you know the commentators for ARW?
Yeah, Ivan Manson.
No, the original commentator.
No, I don't care.
Okay. Well, you might.
They're not good. I know, okay, I've met them, but their names do escape me. But I know they're like two scrawny fucking kids. I just can't remember their fucking names.
Okay, well, hold that thought.
Sure.
So.
Remember the fact I don't remember them on it.
Got it. Just remember we talked about it.
We did. We did talk about it.
So, Judas took on Joey Boom Boom.
Yes. Yes.
And Judas ended up getting the win.
Ooh. Cheated?
No, well, no, not really.
Oh, that's a shame.
But Joey Boom Boom was distracted.
Oh, gotcha.
By his own emotions.
Oh, that's right, because Joey's kid is the commentator.
It turns out that he was Judas.
His kid was?
Daniels.
How's that? So Joey Boom Boom was in a match against Judas, and Judas was his kid.
I believe that's his kid, right? You got to see. I'm still not familiar with all of it.
I think that's because the one who was Judas wasn't available to be a commentator.
Right.
Oh, it's all making sense now. Oh, Judas.
That explains the name Judas.
Fan-fucking-tastic. Oh, God. It's amazing. I mean, I feel bad for Joey Boom, don't get me wrong, but goddamn. Holy hell.
So towards the end of the match,
mm-hmm.
Joey Boom Boom went for a neck breaker. Well, ended up pulling the mask off. And when Judas turned around and showed his face, Joey got all emotional. And it cost him the match.
Oh, shit. Oh, man, I couldn't imagine.
Yeah. It is up there if you want to take a look as we go through. So.
Oh, no, I'm definitely going to check it out. I'll check it out when we're done recording, though. There's too much going on in my life right now to try to add one more thing to it. Come on now. Multitasking only goes so far. I mean, to sit here and podcast and also fucking bitch about how much L.I.M sucks.
I mean, technically, you don't have to add that into your life.
Yeah, but it's here now. It's like bad herpes.
There's actually good. Wait, bad herpes? So there's actually herpes. Good. There's actually good herpes out there?
There's actually good herpes.
Good herpes is no herpes.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Better herpes go away eventually. Bad herpes just sticks with you.
Wow.
Even through the fun parts of life, they're still fucking there.
Oh my God, I can't believe what I'm about to do.
Right.
I'm using that as the segue.
That's perfect.
Because I can. Perfect. Speaking of herpes.
Oh, one second. Before you continue, I just want you to know, what you just said right there was like, I can't believe I'm going to do this. I bet you that's what the woman said to the baby daddy who's in L.I.M. right before she got pregnant. I can't believe I'm about to do this. So, you were talking about herpes.
See, everything I say, it gets used.
Everything you say, I could roll into a negative about L.I.M. I could do that all fucking night.
Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
100%, yeah.
Kind of like what
amazing.
I said.
Imagine how much I am holding back by not doing it as much as I'm capable of doing it. Which I bet is what fucking Pac-Man says right before he lays down and fucking molests himself before he goes to bed for the fourth time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh, shit. You don't know what I just see. It's just worse.
That's what Pac-Man says when he looks in the mirror naked.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to show you something. Well, we're not going to announce it till next week. I don't think you saw this. You didn't see this yet, but I'm showing you right now.
Okay, excellent. Let's see it. Go up, go up, go up, go up. Oh, yeah, look at that. Nice.
I am actually excited for that one.
It'll be a good one.
We will talk about it next week.
Talk about it next week.
All right. So, speaking of herpes.
Speaking of good herpes or bad herpes?
Herpes is herpes, my friend.
Yeah, herpes is herpes.
They hurt.
Right.
Like a couple of herpes on a set of nuts.
Right. L.I.M. is like a cold sore that's not a cold sore. That you hope is a cold sore, but it really isn't a cold sore.
We had Youth Gone Wild.
Yeah.
The herpes on my nuts.
God, they smacked you twice, bro.
The one got one nut, the other one got the other.
And you're just trying to be a journalist.
That's all I was trying to be.
That's all you're trying to be. And then they go at you and they tickle your bitties a little too aggressively.
Too aggressive.
Too aggressively.
Well, Youth Gone Wild advances into the tournament as they defeated the family.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
JC Manson and Old School Manson.
Now, are they, they're in the semifinals right now, right? They got one more match to the finals.
Yeah. Or something like that. The bracket's up there. I don't remember where.
Yeah, I'm trying. Because I looked at the bracket, but I couldn't remember if I looked at the bracket before or after the show. Because I know there was one spot that was still a mystery team.
Yeah, that's a round from before too.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Which reminds me, we still gotta make a bracket for that Crash Tested Wrestling.
Yeah, I gotta get all the information on that too.
Yeah, we gotta do Steve's job.
Yeah.
Kind of like what we do on a weekly basis here at JFW.
So,
that's okay. You can ignore that statement and move forward. You know, you got a co-host with him tomorrow, which is amazing because I know he listens to this show before he does his show tomorrow evening, and I know he's going to say shit about me. The question is, how much are you going to defend me, Nubby?
I guess we'll find out tomorrow.
I guess we will. Yeah.
Speaking of the tournament,
like the L.I.M, you're not going to do a goddamn thing.
You never know. Let's see how my mood is.
Unlike the L.I.M, yeah, you're not really that predictable.
Yeah. So Youth Gone Wild advanced into the finals.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
So now they'll be waiting for either Death Wish or Drinking Class or the team that will face Drinking Class, which we don't know who that is yet.
You have any predictions who you think it is?
It could be any tag team at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know who ARW would be in contact with right now. I mean,
what about Whiskey Bent and Hellbound? Maybe a new team like the Damn Coyotes?
Could be.
A returning team like Caribbean Arrogance?
Holy crap.
Maybe Top Shelf. I know VJ already lost when he teamed up with JPH, but
it doesn't mean he can't be in with another partner.
That's true.
I mean, I don't know the rules of this tournament, so.
Right? Rules are made by those who create the card, and you can change anything you want. Like how your high voltage title shot's going to someone else.
Yep.
Yeah. Right? Like when God was creating Patman, and he's like, I should give this gentleman some genitals, and then he's like, fuck it, good enough.
He's gonna cut a promo on that one.
That's fine. It'll suck too. Either that, or you'll get one of the fucking nobodies to do it for him. Motherfucker, that was the one thing that pissed, not only the fact, and here's the thing too. First off, motherfucker couldn't just level out his fucking sleeves in the video. One had to be up and one had to be down like a fucking moron to begin with. That's not even the worst part. But the fact that he sat there in his mind, thought the best way to start that promo out was, well, I was sitting back and letting the rest of L.I.M speak their mind. And the rest of L.I.M is two fucking nobodies? Oh, gross. Fucking I-Team, man. It's like, remember like B-Team from fucking WWE?
Mm-hmm.
They're like the I-Team. They're so far down the alphabet, and I is for idiot. Lousy, idiotic men. And I use the term men loosely.
Speaking of...
Like Patman's mom. Loosely.
Whoa.
I know. I'm sure deep down she's a lovely fucking lady, but she birthed an idiot. I'm sure she did everything in life right, except decided this is the sperm I choose to keep.
Speaking of some sperm.
Just like Indiana Jones, she chose poorly. Okay, I'm good. You can continue now.
I had a good segue, but now I lost it. So
I'm sorry. I can't help it, man. When they come to me, I gotta start saying them out loud. It's fine.
Speaking of all the negative things that you just said.
Oh, there's more, but I'll hold off.
The workhorses were actually out there for the tag match towards the end there.
The workhorses are better than L.I.M.
Whoa.
I will sit down and have a beer with the workhorses before I ever have anything to do with L.I.M.
Now, that is disgusting.
Right? I will go to those fucking cousin-loving fucking prom dates and just have a beer all night with those motherfuckers before I ever hang out with the L.I.M.
Well, all right. So workhorses were out there. They kind of caused a distraction for the family. Also, J.C. Manson and Old School Manson were also having some issues. They were not being tag team like, and at some point, J.C. actually knocked Old School Manson off the ring, in which caused Youth Gone Wild to get the win. So there's definitely some issues involving prospects and the original members.
You know, it blows my mind because now this is just the second show back for ARW since Ivan's retirement.
Yeah,
and it seems like even for the brief period he's been gone, there's dissension within the family. Like they don't have that glue that keeps them together. And I'm sure a lot of people thought maybe that was Charlie, but it doesn't seem like that's really the case. You know,
yeah.
And that's a little bit alarming to me because they're having issues as tag team partners, but now they're also maybe looking to add Excalibur into the mix while picking up potential prospects and everything. Because let's face it, Muggsy James, great fucking pick, a great opportunity for the family. But you can't have the dissension in the group if you're looking to grow the group. You know, which also kind of surprised me a little bit that you haven't mentioned it, but I'm going to guess that Ivan didn't get involved in any of this.
No, he was strictly commentator.
Yeah, so I'm sure, like, when he retired. He has got, I'm sure in his mind he has to allow the family to work things out for themselves, but, come on, that's insane. So,
you said it best. Ivan Manson was the glue, in my opinion. Yeah, Charlie, he's he started the family.
Yeah.
And Ivan, joined and he made it what it is. And I agree. Ivan was the glue, and it just seems like once that glue left, the other members, original members, it seems like a lot of weight went on their shoulders, and they're starting to having to work harder. I feel like they had Ivan do all the work, and now they got to work harder to make sure the prospects do their job. But I feel like they're putting a lot of pressure on the prospects. Yeah, they have to prove themselves because you got to be tough. You got to be badass to be in the family. But I think they're putting a little too much pressure. I get it. Charlie's got to put the pressure on him. But you got Snake Manson and Old School Manson putting all that pressure on him to do all the work.
Yeah.
And don't forget, we got Willie out there who's been absent.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Ivan was the full-time ring appearance of the Manson family. And you had, they're just like the NWO, there's a lot more of them than you can see. They're not all there together. There's some here, some there, and all that stuff. Cheeks Manson's also done with, I believe she's also done. So it's, now they need to find that new ring presence in the sense that they need leadership. And I know they got this new, not Muggsy James, but the other prospect, and I can't remember his name for the life of me right now.
J.C. Manson, thank
you. I don't know if they're grooming him to be the next leader, but until they get him to that point, they need somebody else to lead. I guess realistically, the logical person's Braun. But,
where does Braun fit in all this?
Exactly.
Now? He was doing other duties. And everything happened in front of him. He did not step in once.
Yeah, so it's interesting to see what happens with the family going forward. It makes perfect sense that the Workhorses got involved because it was the family that knocked the Workhorses out of that tournament, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so we'll see. It's going to be interesting to see what happens over the next couple of months with the family. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of Muggsy James, so I kind of follow his career just a little bit here and there, and I thought when he joined the family, it was the greatest fucking thing in the world, and I hope that's still the case because they just got to find structure. Mm-hmm. So
they got to figure it out, and I'm sure they will. It's just
who'd be a great fucking leader of the Manson family?
Who that?
Fucking former 3-time longest reigning SCW heavyweight champion, Max Holiday. And I know he's got his own thing going on, but come on now, can you imagine him being a fucking Manson family member?
I can see that.
Max Manson, come on now. Holiday Manson. I know he's got the Scumbag Army, Whiskey Ben, and Hellbound, but come on now.
Yeah, you never know,
right? People seem to find a kind of niche into the family and move forward. And nothing against Scumbag Army. I know you got Max Holiday, you got Youth Gone Wild, BOW, and all that shit, but come on now, the fucking family. Oh, man, you can take them all in. You can take BOW, you can take Scumbag Army and patch them over, if you will, into the fucking family. Make a leader out of fucking Holiday, man. Unstoppable. God.
Yeah. All right. I have no segue into this, so we'll just go into it. Nick Cutler retained the heavyweight title over Russ Jones. During the match, Lauren got involved, but got knocked the fuck out. CMOS Dave got involved, but he didn't do too much there. As the referees were taking Lauren out, Nick Cutler took advantage and nutshotted Russ Jones to get the win. But then Russ Jones got up after the match and kicked Nick Cutler in the nuts himself.
A lot of genital hitting. and shit there at ARW.
Yeah. Now see, what Russ Jones did was warranted because he got hit first.
I don't know. I don't know if anything warrants hitting a man in the genitals.
Hey, if someone does it to you first, it's okay to do it back.
I disagree. If I did that scene in Bad Santa in the boxing ring. Come on now. That's fucking God, that's amazing. But hey, you know what? Win or lose, the fact that his first match in ARW was a main event match for the ARW Championship, I mean, that's going to be memorable.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. So yeah, there's that. ARW's next show is March 11th. The day after Dynamic Wrestling Alliance has their show, which is March 10th.
Yeah, I heard the rumor about it.
It's not a rumor, it's a fact.
No, I heard a rumor about the DWA show.
It's a fact.
Yeah? It's been announced?
Yeah, it's on their page.
What does it say? What are we talking? Are we talking about the same thing?
Dynamic Wrestling Alliance will be having a show on March 10th.
Yeah.
It was announced.
Well, I know that the show was announced, but I heard something about the show.
What about it?
Oh, I can't share it. I can share it with you when we're done with this show, but...
I can share one thing for you.
You can? Go ahead. Go for it.
I will be in attendance.
Oh, there you go. Nice. I'm going to try to make that one. I got to make the schedule. I got to figure out if I'm free that weekend or not, but I might make that one. Tinley Park, I believe it's at.
Make sure you get your ticket in advance because there's a limited tickets at that place.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We got Chicago Style Wrestling coming up this Friday. It's called Wild at Heart. And it will be live on IWTV again. So if you can't make the show, watch it on IWT Live. Only $10 a month. You cannot beat that.
No, it ain't bad at all.
And you can get it on your phone, you can get it on your laptop, computer. If you got the Fire Stick, which I have, I use it on there. I used it today to watch some Dreamwave. Chicago Style Wrestling is heading to Franklin Park again, 9757 Pacific Avenue. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. Bell time is 7:30 p.m. General admission tickets are $25. Front row is $30. Advanced tickets are on the Facebook page of Chicago Style Wrestling. All right, let's get into the matches. Sure, there will be a pre-show match and then a pre-show battle royal. Futures battle royal. It's all about the futures.
They do a futures battle royal every show.
Yeah.
And what's the purpose of it?
It's just for basically the students. And a lot of guys came from that battle royal that are on the main show, like Axel Rico, AZZ, Doom Montgomery.
Gotcha.
I was in a few.
Did you win?
No.
Oh, you monster.
Well, see, I knew I wasn't going to win because this was the time, instead of it being every man for himself, because I was on the other team when there was I guess you call it the invasion angle. I was on the other team and they all jumped me and threw me out. Yeah, fucking monsters.
I don't think that was it, man. I think they teamed up on you knowing that you are a former Battle Royal champion and you're the biggest threat.
Well, that too. Well, actually, at that time, I was not the Battle Royal champion yet.
They just knew you were, though.
They knew I was going to be, that's right.
It was anticipated.
It's true.
100%.
Speaking of that, I think I'll post that video up this week. when I won the Battle Royal title for the first time.
Fuck yeah, you will. Share them all, bro. Share them all.
I'm gonna share as much as I can.
Share them all.
Hell yeah.
Share more than you can.
I'm just gonna share once a week though. One show.
Right? Always leave them wanting more.
Hell yeah. But yeah, I think I'll go with that.
Which is the opposite of L.I.M. in the sense of, for the love of God, give me less.
Okay.
It's okay. You can hold back the laughter. I know you still want to remain friends with them.
They are my friends.
They
cheered for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
They gave me my first holy shit chant.
Yeah, they also cheered for Rion, and look what happened there.
But that was Rion that turned on them. I didn't turn on them.
Yeah.
All right.
CSW matches. What we got?
CSW. All right. Now, we can't have a CSW show without a scramble match. And this one's a special scramble because it is for the Metro Division title. Okay. So, Metro Division champion Steve Boz, the BOZ, will be taking on Joey Mayberry, Chris Miller, your boy Cody James.
God, fucking Cody James, brother.
And the dog-faced bastard Greg Murray.
That's a heavy-hitting fucking scramble, bro.
Hell yeah.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised to see a new champion walk out of that.
Yeah. And I definitely don't see Chris Miller winning.
Why?
Because, for one,
because you don't like him?
Well, that's one. Well, basically the main thing is all four of the other competitors have issues with Chris Miller.
Gotcha.
Steve Boz had issues. Joey Mayberry has current issues at other companies with them. Cody James, his former tag team partner. And Greg Murray, who has been having issues with him in CSW lately. So Chris Miller, besides Steve Boz in an unfair advantage because he can lose the title without getting pinned, Chris Miller can be kicked out of the match just as quick.
That's true. It'll be interesting to see, yeah. Good point. Good point, bud.
So I kind of question Steve's thinking on that. Maybe he still has issues with Chris Miller and put him in an unfair situation.
Of course he does. Steve doesn't forgive and forget.
But I'm okay with it.
Steve will hold on to pettiness as long as he fucking can. I'm pretty sure there's still a vending machine back in fucking junior high school that has a bag of peanut M&Ms still hanging there that he hasn't forgotten about.
There's a possibility.
Yeah. Just like the L.I.M. They're just like a broken fucking vending machine. Fucking all hope, but no delivery.
Yeah. I can't. I just can't. All right, we got a tag team gauntlet, which features Big Mood, which is Mateo Valentine and Jack Moody, Alpha Zeta Zeta, who are on the Power Hour this week.
Yeah.
Team Babushka, or are they still Team Babushka? Mario Pardua and Eric Schultz, your favorite attorney.
God, fucking. I'm wearing suspenders today in honor of him.
But they're not as bedazzled.
No, mine are basic. Mine are level 1 type fucking suspenders. Mine are for youthfulness, where his is more for like style and flash.
You don't need to be stylish.
No, I can't. I can never compete with fucking Schultz. See, a bigger man can admit that, he's not up to a certain level of somebody else. I wish L.I.M. would realize that, but they just can't.
Then we got the team name Sexy, which is Ryan Matthews and Jax Johnson.
And
then Marco Anthony and Sean Mulligan. Got a heavy-duty tag gauntlet. I assume the rules are 2 teams start, and then once one team gets eliminated, another team comes in.
Yeah. Now, the list that that's not in order, right?
No, I just,
the order. Gotcha.
We don't order it. I go off by what I see.
Gotcha.
I'm more of a, I guess you could say, this is a example of plagiarism. I copy.
Okay. Perfect. But you do it quite well.
I gotta do something right.
Right? It almost seems like an original idea.
It is my original idea to copy.
That's true.
And I write it down.
Unlike L.I.M, who's never had an original idea.
Damn, everything leads to them.
I know, right? It's like a bad fucking penny. Not for the fact that it always turns up, but the fact that they're barely worth a fucking penny.
Oh, Lord. Speaking of things, I got nothing else.
Speaking of things. Right? Nubby, I do feel bad that I'm putting you in an awkward situation. I know these guys are your friends. And I know that I'm your co-host. I like to think that we are friends too. And I know it puts you in an awkward situation when I keep belittling them, bad-mouthing them. But they just make it so fucking easy, bro.
I just know they're going to come back at you. And I'm sitting back and letting it happen.
And here's the thing. Like, if I had any ounce of, like, intimidation in me where I should be worried, I probably won't be doing this. But, I mean, come on now. To quote The Longest Yard, they're as maniacal as, like, a box full of kittens.
Yeah.
Come on now. There's no fear from them whatsoever. They tried, and it was just, okay. I tried to listen to what fucking Pat Man was saying, but his sleeves were bugging me the entire fucking time. It's like, next time you want to fucking intimidate me, make the sleeves even. You know? If you want to intimidate me and calling yourself the fucking Giggle Monster, don't come up with a stupid name that sounds like fucking Giggle Monster. Too fucking easy. I mean, come on now. And let's be honest. The idea that you're going from calling yourself the Oos to the Gia Monster? Oh, come on. It's too fucking easy. He will be known as the Giggle Monster now. It's just, come on. And then JJ, no idea who the fuck he is. No clue. I mean, come on now. There's more layers in a Jimmy John sandwich than that fucking JJ. Anyways, you're talking about matches of CSW.
Yep.
Oh, God. I just keep going off so bad. Okay. I got to focus. This is your time to shine, bro.
Stay focused.
Yeah.
Stay focused. I mean, don't make me roll up my sleeves.
Just the one. Yeah, you fucking monster. Fix that shit. There we go.
All right.
I eventually want to. Let me ask your opinion real quick before we get back into this. Do you think that we should be releasing the video of our podcast on YouTube?
I think eventually we can.
Maybe we'll shoot for like the summer or something like that. Maybe like spring or something like that. Maybe we'll look at releasing the video part of it. It'll just be on YouTube. We're not going to release it on Facebook. That's the Power Hours thing. But this could be an alternative to people wanting to watch it.
Right.
I mean, if that's the case, I'm going to have to start wearing shirts and shit, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Start thinning down a little bit. Quit fucking carrying around all this bullshit weight. Like, I'm sure half of fucking L.I.M feels about fucking people in their group. All that bullshit weight they carry around.
So, Adam Stallion will be taking on CJ Esparza.
There we go. That's a solid fucking match. Steve does do a good job booking these fucking CSW shows. Yeah, he does. He fucking does.
He is good booker. And it seems like CJ Esparza is back in the singles division after losing the tag titles. So we'll see what happens. Maybe there's a Metro division or CSW championship in this future. All right, we got a 3-way women's match. Camille, the NWA Women's Champion, taking on Shelly the Bombshell and Sky Blue.
No Evil Sierra?
Not as of yet.
Hey, great opportunity for those two, though. It's awesome that Sky Blue's the one who has the AEW contract, right? I'm not mixing her up with anyone. Yeah. It's awesome that she fucking remembers her roots and she's able to make it back to CSW shows. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, CSW is her home. She said that. And it's pretty much where she, I guess, because she started elsewhere, but she was like a secret, the hidden secret at the time. Yeah. She couldn't do much, but then once she got to CSW, she went from here up to here within a year. Just in 1 year, she was a star. And Steve will tell you, and I can back him up on this. We watched her grow within a year. We met her once, and just that's like awesome. That. All it took was one meeting, and we both said that she's gonna be a star. That's all it took. And it was an outdoor show, 4 matches, and we knew right away that there was a star in her presence. So, and I also thank her for. I guess she's part of the reason why I'm still in the business. But we could talk about that another day because it's nothing. Well, okay. So I almost quit.
Yeah.
Because of the drama that was going on.
Yeah.
But it was actually Steve actually told me to stick it out one more time. Give him for a favor to him one more show.
Yeah.
And Sky Blue was on that show too.
Yeah.
And when it was announced Sky was going to be on that show, our crowds came back. And when I noticed that, it gave me the what's the word I'm looking for?
Kick in the genitals?
Okay. Or a light a fire up my ass or whatever.
There you go. Kick in the ass. Yeah. Motivation Mike, yeah.
Motivation, no, not Motivation Mike. Motivation to stay and just keep going.
It reignited something in you.
Right. Like my passion and love. Because I almost quit out of bitterness and yeah. But it was actually because of her and her popularity that allowed fans to see me wrestle again. And that, it's just, okay, maybe I got to focus on myself again. Instead of worrying about all the bullshit. There you go. So yeah. I thank Sky Blue for being there.
Yeah. You ever talk to her?
Sky?
Yeah. Like at the CSW shows and show?
Yeah.
And shit? Does she listen to the podcast?
We never talk about I should ask.
Yeah, you should ask her. And then whatever her answer is, you know what you need to say.
Okay.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm sure she's lovely. I'm sure she's an awesome person. But how often are you going to have an opportunity to tell a televised wrestling star to fuck themselves? That's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, bro. And here's the thing. Maybe you won't have to. Maybe she's like, yeah, I listen to your show. I'll mark out to that shit. I'll tell you what. I'll do one better for you, Nubby. I'm going to make this deal with you. If you could convince Sky Blue to take a video with you asking her if she listens to JFW, and she says yes, I will not badmouth L.I.M for 2 straight episodes. In fact, I'll compliment them on something. Put that in your note. If she can admit that she listens to the show for 2 straight episodes, I will not say one negative thing about L.I.M or anybody in the group for 2 straight episodes, and I'll even compliment them because there is something I can compliment them on.
Okay, you're on. It's a deal.
I'm excited for this moment because if she says no, I'll feel bad having to say what I need to say. But at least I know I can still say shit about L.I.M. This is exciting. This is a moment here, bro. I may even title this episode, "Does Sky Blue Even Listen?" I won't. Maybe. Who knows? I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm fucking all over the place. This is exciting for me. Okay, anyways, go ahead, Nubby. We got matches for CSW.
We got some more matches here.
Got some more matches. Stock card. Fucking thieves. Stacking the deck.
Cypher.
Yes.
They taking on Doom Montgomery.
Sounds evil.
It's an evil Cypher versus a serial killer, so to speak.
Mm.
He's the one that choked out Eddie at the last show on the pre-show. He had to came out the wheels, made the deal, make a deal thing.
Okay. Yeah.
And he made Eddie pass out. He comes out with his raincoat, I call it. And there's bloody. He's got blood all over it from all the people he's had to butcher up. And kill, probably.
That's the kind of match that would make me fucking nervous, man. Because there's no sanity in that fucking thing.
No.
Are you roughing that match?
I don't know. I won't know until I get there.
If you do, Godspeed, sir. Dude,
I've been in so many crazy matches that it's not going to phase me. As long as they both stay away from me, because I've been in the ring with both of them.
Yeah.
So I know what it's like.
I'm just saying, I mean, like, if you're stepping in the ring with a serial killer, I mean, you as a person just screams victim. Easy target.
Yep.
Could not run away.
We got another match.
Okay.
JJ Garrett versus Vic Capri.
Awesome. And I'm assuming Victor Capri has something to prove to himself since fucking Dreamwave.
Yeah. And I think this is Vic Capri's first match back since he had that concussion a few months ago.
Oh shit, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I totally forgot about that. Yeah.
He's been helping out behind the scenes, so
gotcha.
This will be a fun matchup, actually. I've seen some stuff on JJ Garrett, and he's pretty talented. Yeah, like a Scott Steiner, like Steiner brother look to him.
Like a Braun Breaker?
Like a Braun Breaker, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like you could put, you know what? If you put Braun Breaker and JJ Garrett together, it's almost like 1993 all over again.
Yeah. It's kind of like if you took Leonard from The Big Bang Theory and molded him with a lima bean, you get Pac-Man. I'm assuming that's how they got the name L.I.M, because they didn't know how to complete the spelling of lima bean.
But Leonard got the hot chick, so...
Eventually. After he bedded a Chinese spy and his friend's sister and had a fling with somebody who was better than him in science. And she clearly didn't love him that much. You know, we're not talking about Big Bang Theory. I could go on all day on what's wrong with that fucking show. Bazinga.
Oh. Speaking of a Bazinga all day.
Ooh. Bazinga.
All day Marche Rocket.
Oh!
We'll be taking on Blake Christian.
Oh, that's a good fucking match. That's fucking solid.
Hell to like, yeah.
Is Marche Rocket like kind of a mainstay of CSW? Or
he's like the main guy, pretty much.
Okay.
He's been there for years and years. So
gotcha. Because I know usually you see Marche at ARWPro shows. Like I know he's there more times throughout the year than he isn't. CSW for some reason, like he just doesn't come to mind when I'm thinking of the match cards that we talked about. Yeah, I know a few of them was, but okay.
He's a main guy.
Gotcha. Okay.
And all right, and then for the heavyweight title, the champion Axel Rico be taking on TJ Steele. Steve listened.
Yeah.
I feel like I can't. Okay, to say it's too late is probably the wrong thing to say, but I think it long overdue.
Yeah.
That's the best way to put it. Long overdue. TJ Steele should have got this title shot maybe before Axel Rico. Not saying Axel Rico didn't deserve it, and not saying he's not a great champion.
Yeah.
I think he'll be champion for a long time. I mean, assuming he can beat TJ Steele. And with TJ Steele's attitude right now, this could be a short reign for Axel Rico.
Well, he had what, like one title defense since becoming champion, maybe two?
Yeah, one. His first one was last month.
Yeah, so I mean, he's definitely proven to be a defending champion, but it's a small, what the hell is that tested market or whatever the hell you call it. I can't really call it, but we'll see. Yeah, I mean, the dude has fight in him. You know, I mean, obviously all the issues he had with Avalon was a former champion. Yeah. Kept coming back for more and eventually taking the opportunity to become champion. So it'd be unfortunate for him to lose it too soon. But I mean, we've seen things like that happen a lot in wrestling where you think somebody's going to be a champion for the long haul and it's brief and it's quick and shit. So it's all about how his mindset is going into it, not taking his opponent too lightly and, using that ring psychology and everything. You know, he has the athleticism to be champion. Now I have to see if he has that knowledge of keeping the championship belt.
I mean, TJ Steele's, I guess you can call him the vet in this match. He's been around a long time.
Yeah.
And I said, again, TJ Steele had this coming. Long overdue.
Yeah.
Should have been done a while ago. Maybe it wouldn't have been Joey Avalon against Axel Rico. It could have been TJ Steele against Axel Rico. Who then? I mean, we're getting it now, great, but I don't know. But I'm glad that Steve didn't. This might be the first time Steve actually kept his cool and not told TJ Steele to go fuck himself.
Nice.
I mean, because normally something like this, he would have, like, the way TJ Steele came at Steve at last month, that's almost borderline suspension in a way, because he said he's threatening him right there.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, but you know what? Good on Steve for making the right decision. Great card altogether. He's good at what he does. Maybe, so, people they skip a step sometimes. It happens.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing this card's missing is Turtle in Action, TIA.
That's right. Tia.
God, just making every abbreviation about you, dude.
Tia the tit.
Tia tit.
Tia tit. I mean, yeah. Speaking of that, speaking of promises.
That's true.
I was promised to wrestle, but.
What, CSW?
Yeah.
Monsters.
I mean, after one door closed, another one opened. Steve became general manager of CSW and made a promise that if I'm patient, he'll work with me. But again, another long overdue situation, but I understand it's not also his fault, or not his fault completely. CSW management, the people above him. I get where I'm at, where I'm supposed to be right now, or where you think I'm supposed to be, but that's not why I got into business. Give me the chance. I don't care if it's short. Give me one chance. That's all I'm saying.
That's true. All we are saying is, give Nubby a chance.
My patience are running thin.
It's true. Yeah, he's running out of patience like L.I.M is running out of intelligence. Just day by day, just getting dumber and dumber.
No.
Anything else happening in Independence that we got to talk about?
No. That's the end of Turtle Indie Talk. We will discuss these threads of CSW, and we got 2 shows to talk about next week. SCW returns.
Yep.
And IPW the following day.
Perfect. All right. Real quick, let's do predictions for Elimination Chamber. We'll get that out of the way, and we can kind of talk about the results next week. Elimination Chamber match for the WWE United States Championship. Austin Theory, Seth freaking Rollins, Johnny Gargano, Bronson Reed, Damian Priest, Montez Ford.
Theory.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna lose the title. Elimination Chamber match for the WWE Women's Championship. For a number one contendership at Elimination. Oh my fucking god! Oh god, I just Batman for a minute. Elimination World Championship match at WrestleMania 39. Asuka, Liv Morgan, Nikki Cross, Raquel Gonzalez, Natalya, Carmella.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go with Asuka.
I'm going with Cross.
Cross?
I would go with Carmella, but I got this feeling it's gonna be Cross.
Okay. Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn for the championship.
Roman Reigns.
Yep. And then Edge and Beth Phoenix versus Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley. I'm gonna go Finn and Rhea.
I'm gonna go with Edge and Beth just to be opposite.
Okay. Cool.
Even though I think your way might be right, but I'll be opposite just in case.
I'm just thinking that the loss is going to happen because it's going to set up for victory at WrestleMania between Edge and Finn.
And it could be a singles match between Rhea and... No, that won't happen.
Rhea's facing Charlotte.
Yeah. So, I think it could go either way.
Mm-hmm.
I can see Beth maybe causing a distraction. Not Beth, Charlotte causing distraction.
Oh,
for
possible,
Rhea.
Yeah. Guys, make sure you follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, just by searching Just Freakin' Wrestling Podcast. And you can catch our show when it is released on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and Podbean, just by searching Just Freakin' Wrestling Podcast or JFW. Wherever you follow your wherever you get your podcast, make sure you are following us or subscribing to us. And if you're on iTunes or Spotify, give us a rating, give us a review, because that kind of helps us in the recommendations for podcasts to listen to. So. Nubby, that's all I got.
I think we can ring the bell on this episode.
Perfect. As always, I am Travesty.
And I am Nubby, the Amazing Turtle. Cowabunga.
And thank you for listening to another episode of Just Freakin' Wrestling, the JFW Podcast.